Robert Pattinson, the actor who plays Batman, has said that his initial try at voicing the Caped Crusader was so awful that the filmmakers ordered him to stop. Robert Pattinson's voice for Batman was initially so awful that he was asked to modify it. The English actor will play the Caped Crusader in director Matt Reeves' next film, The Batman. After numerous pandemic-related production delays, Reeves' picture will finally enter theaters next month on March 4th. As the premiere date approaches, Pattinson has spoken out about his experience playing the DC character, which appears to be a dramatic departure from previous interpretations seen on the big screen. The director, who is heavily influenced by 1970s paranoid thrillers like The Conversation, wanted The Batman to be a gritty detective story, and the lead performance had to be tailored to that idea. Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, for example, is a more reclusive loner than earlier iterations, which often contribute to the billionaire playboy stereotype. Of course, the voice is an important element for any Batman performance, and Pattinson revealed on Jimmy Kimmel Live that he came in with totally different notions than what Reeves was going for. Knowing that most actors who take on the part make the hero's voice thick and gravelly, he planned to go entirely the other way, experimenting with a more whispery line delivery. However, after a few weeks of using it, the director decided it was so horrible that they requested Pattinson to stop. See the complete quote below. "I wanted to do something completely different than the usual Batmans. I simply thought, I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go super whispery, because everyone has this kind of gruff, gravelly thing. And I tried to do it for the first 2 weeks, and it looked absolutely terrible, so they ordered me to stop." Pattinson goes on to add that while his experiment failed, he wasn't the only one who attempted it. He discovered from a crew member that Christian Bale approached Batman Begins with the same method. Finally, Bale landed on what is likely the most gruff and gravelly of the silver screen Batman sounds, which works for audiences while becoming a particular target for impressionists. Pattinson's final voice for the Batman was reputedly difficult to keep, and when he needed to re-record some speech in post-production, he struggled to reproduce it. While it appears like Pattinson and company had some kinks to work out throughout the filming process, DC fans are excited to see the actor's take on The Dark Knight. Since the first The Batman trailer was released more than a year ago, any casting backlash citing his time in the Twilight film has subsided, replaced by excitement for a violent version of Batman who battles to uphold his no-kill rule. Prospective moviegoers won't have to wait long to find out if Reeves' film measures up to the massive hype. For years, people have debated whether Batman should kill or not, and there is no simple answer. There's a constant back and forth between variations of Batman who kills and one who follows the rules. Robert Pattinson sat down for an interview with the French magazine Premiere ahead of his own take of the legendary comic book character, addressing the psychology of this version of Batman and how his no-killing rule fits into it. Pattinson elaborated, "It may be read in two different ways. Either he just wants to administer the right penalty, or he wants to kill but has the self-control to do it." The artist continued, "I'm sure he convinces himself in this first fight that every guy in front of him is the one who killed his mother. As a result, he is able to express his fury. This is undoubtedly the most complicated psychological examination of Batman's moral code to yet. He knows that proceeding to murder would be immoral, but he derives obvious cathartic pleasure from punishing the guilty. This duality at the heart of the no-kill principle elevates it above other less layered versions." Matt Reeves appears to be bent on leveraging the rule in The Batman to generate an emotionally deep storyline for Bruce Wayne. This version, in Pattinson's words, has a compulsive impulse to break his one rule, which he compares to imagining every criminal he encounters as Batman's Joe Chill, and it's only through pure willpower that he eventually relents. This is a novel interpretation of the rule, as it demonstrates that Bruce Wayne's greatest adversary in The Batman will not be the Penguin, Catwoman, or even the Riddler. It will be himself, and his ever-increasing urge to pursue vengeance over justice. Because Reeves appears to be so intent on examining the dichotomy of Bruce Wayne and Batman, this is precisely the type of interpersonal struggle required for the picture to work. The Batman has been hotly anticipated since the project was first announced, and its several delays have only served to heighten that enthusiasm. Robert Pattinson's comments about how Batman's no-kill rule plays into the film will undoubtedly provide more in that area. Whatever the outcome, there's no doubt that scrutinizing the no-kill rule makes The Batman a much more compelling proposition as a psychological study. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What are your views about Robert Pattinson as Batman? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.